So to start, let's start off with the head, because what better way to take a trip down Eagle Lane than at the top of the head? So when you're looking at this, if you've ever played a game of billiards, all my pool players out there in your life, this is a pretty small skull. This is a replica, by the way. No bald eagles were harmed in the making of these props. But I bring up pool because if you're talking about the brain that's inside of this skull, your pool player, their brain's about the same size as the chalk you use for your cube. Yeah, it's only about 1 cubic inch. So that means everything they need, all that cognitive ability for, is to help them survive in the wild. So to start, we're going to start with the eyes. And I learned really fast that if you use too big of words, this is true for adults and even me, who knows about it. If you use too big of words and make it too boring, I lose everything. So how do I keep you entertained? I say that you're looking at me with 2 tiny televisions in your face. And these 2 tiny televisions work on rods and cones. If we were here for an owl program, we'd be talking all about rods. The things that if I had a clap-on installed in this room and I went, and the lights went off, your rods would activate so you could see me and also make sure you don't start running into things. But this is an eagle program, so we'll save rods for the owls. Eagles, they work on cones, and cones are your color vision. You need some white for them to work. They let you see red, blue, green, and everything in between. So what makes eagle eyes so cool is the amount of cones, and that's going to be the highlight of this information about the eyes. So cones is our main subject, but really quick I gotta say, it's in their focal points. That's the first place to start. So in eagle eyes, they have 2 focal points in each eye. We only have 1 in each eye, which is really good for binocular vision. Helps us with our overlapping vision. The thing about eagles and other raptors is they have 2 of these focal points, or scientifically your foveas. And in your foveas, we have a deep out here at 45 degrees, and then a shallow at about 15 degrees. And what these help eagles do is have binocular vision, looking through both eyes together with their shallow foveas, to monocular vision, their deep foveas, independently being able to look through either eye with monocular vision. This helps you when you sit in one spot for 95 to 98% of every single day. Built-in surveillance. I know, amazing. I'm kind of like a bald eagle. I sit in one spot a lot, pretty much every day too. So foveas, having 2 of them, really, really, really helpful. Another thing though is being able to take in a wider variety of colors than we can. Being able to take in more colors helps them make out subtle changes in the background when they're observing. And that says a lot because we're humans, but if you walk over to Hanks Harbor and look at the paint wall, you find colors like macaroni and cheese yellow because we've lost all creativity and now just make up colors. So the fact that they see more says a whole lot. Another thing is that they're able to filter different light better or worse than we can. And one of those is they can filter UV light better than we can. What does that help them with? Bald eagles are fish eagles. Your average eagle eats about 85% fish. But they're not the best at fishing. We'll learn about that after we learn about what makes their eyes so great. So bald eagle goes out, tries to catch a fish, there's nothing biting. So it might have to go out and look for something like the raccoon that he didn't drive here, you took a bus. Those dead fish that were floating by your boat on the way up here, that's Eagle McDonald's. It's dead. Deader the better. If it's not running away from you, you're not wasting energy to go get it. So they like to scavenge a whole lot. But say there's nothing really to scavenge out there. So you might have to be like a golden eagle and go catch something yourself. So if you've never held a small prey item animal, a feeder animal, if you scare a small animal, they usually do one thing, and that's pee themselves. I know this from having a chinchilla in high school and then also having an aunt who had a hobby farm. So I had horses. Well, horses aren't really prey items, but like, you know what I'm saying. We're talking about, she had some hares. Chickens, not really, but those smaller animals, you scare them, they usually pee. So being able to filter in UV light, if it's a nice bright sunny day, and you're an eagle hunting this squirrel or this rabbit, and they start to pee themselves, because the sun's shining all those bright lights down, it'll actually reflect off of the urine trail, making you a glowing trail to take you to your food. Yeah, it's kind of like a GPS, but in my case, I like DoorDash a little bit better. So yeah, pretty cool. But I said the cones were the best part. So inside our human eyes, in our focal points, we have about 200,000 cones in a tiny, compact square millimeter. It's so small, literally can't show you because my hands are too big. What does that mean? You're ever chewing, you go to the eye doctor, you get your 20/20 vision, you pat yourself on the back and you feel good. Thing is, their vision's 5 to 8 times better. They have 5 times the amount of cones in our eyes than we do. And remember, they have not 1 but 2 focal points in each eye. So this is where, really quick, rule of thumb, never do math in public if you're bad at it. I am god awful at math. I'm the absolute worst. I took math 4 times, oh, that's a 3, exactly. 4 times in high school, I still couldn't pass. So don't do math, but if you can make big numbers sound cool and get a good reason why, do that. So quick math, everyone, don't lose me. And an eagle eye, about 1 million cones in each fovea. 2 million in each eye, 4 million together. Grant, what does all this crazy stuff mean? Well, after the program, head on over to the riverfront building. Go to the 2nd floor and go to the balcony that will let you look at what you've looked at a whole lot of. But in particular, this is the Nelson, Wisconsin bluff line. And this bluff line across the river is some 3 miles away. And with the capacity of cones housed within an eagle eye, they can see something on that river, or on that bluff line, 3 miles away, as small as a rabbit. Yeah. So being able to take in a wider variety of colors, see that hair pass behind that tree trunk, that subtle change in brown, that helps them. But 3 miles away, a rabbit, pretty big, pretty cool, but it's not that good of a scale for us humans. So you go from a rabbit to your standard sized white-tailed deer, they're seeing that about 5 miles away. But that's still not good enough. To give you the best idea of what that would be like, that would be climbing a 100-foot tall ladder, looking down on the ground, and seeing an ant crawling down on the ground. That's how good eagle vision. That's how crazy all those numbers are. So yeah, if you think you want to go out and get reconstructive surgery to get eagle eyes inside of your eyes right now, I will tell you real quick, don't. Because then you'll never be able to address an entire room without turning your head. Yeah, I know. So if you think you want eagle eyes, no, your eye has to get bigger. And everyone, you have entered the state of Minnesota, where in wintertime we play hockey. And if you want eagle eyes, your eyes would have to be as big as a hockey puck. And I see that there are a few of you out there wearing glasses. If they are prescription, imagine prescription prices for lenses this big. If you didn't know, I just got out of college a year ago. Fortunately, I don't have glasses because I would be broke if I had eagle eyes like that. So yeah, eagle eyes, they don't have the muscles behind their eyes to let them independently move in their sockets. So our human eyes are small enough to accomplish that. So if an eagle sits in one spot for 95 to 98% of every day, how does it watch such a wide territory that can range up to maybe 5 square miles? 25 miles is not easy to keep track of. So you gotta have a really good neck. If you're one that is like me, you like to do some good neck stretches every single day. And so goodness, where did I my tools? I gotta have my tools with me. If I don't have there it is. It's at the bottom. So if you haven't done your daily neck stretch, give yourself a bit, nice little 90 degrees left, a little 90 degrees right. But don't go any farther because I don't need any heads rolling around on the floor. Don't try and be an eagle. I try and show you how far an eagle can turn its head, but I can't. I like where my head lives, right on top of the neck. So instead, I need to use a tool to show you, because I can't just double my vertebrae in my neck. Us humans, we have 7 neck bones. Eagles, have 14. So how do I show you? With my handy dandy paper clock. I know, a little underwhelming, but that's why I like my props, because underwhelming makes them funnier. So with my paper clock, solves almost every one of my daily problems outside of like math and taxes. No, really, it's just good at showing eagle neck rotation. So, say I was an eagle with my 14 neck bones, and I was looking up at the 12 with my beak. And then I would be able to turn my head from the 12 down and around to the 8, back up and around to the 12, and back down and around to the 4. Or about 270 total degrees of neck rotation. Or for me, after a long day of work, some of the best neck cracking I've ever had. I'm a big neck cracker after work. So imagine that with 7 extra neck bones. If you're a percussionist, that'd be like someone playing a little marimba going up your spine. It'd be beautiful sounding. My chiropractor, though, would probably never ask me to come back. He'd probably go do like the little, in my head go, woo, all the way around. Yeah, it's a really good party trick to have, though. So yeah, being able to swivel that head all the way around really helps when you're monitoring such a wide territory. But also, it helps with that beak. So remember I said this beak looks like you go from high 5 to high 0? Well, this beak, if you want to know what it's like to get a little peck by it from, well, just take your fist and give it a good little squeeze. Your average human hand can squeeze at about 80 pounds of pressure per square inch. Bald eagle beak only does about half of that. About 35 to 40 pounds of pressure. Because, kind of like I said at the start, bald eagles don't put a Kentucky Fried Chicken and deep fry their chicken. They eat their meat as raw as it comes. So because their meat is raw, they just need leverage to help their food get consumed. So bald eagles, with all those extra neck bones, they simply take their diet, put it under their powerful feet, use that downward facing beak and then rip and pry it all apart with their neck. It is a spectacle to see. And if my ambassador has great table manners today, you might see that. If my ambassador has bad table manners or usually eagle table manners, well, he's going to get it and he'll probably just swallow it right away. So I'm giving you the second part just to not get your hopes up.